Hi everyone, I'm Carrie. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about TOEFL Listening function questions today. What are function questions? Easy. They are questions ask you why. For example, why does the speaker say this? What does the speaker mean? What does the speaker imply? If you watched my other videos about TOEFL listening before, you already know that attitude questions and inference questions are similar to function questions. So what are the tips and strategies for function questions? Before we get into the tips, please subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. You could listen again to the part of the passage for function questions. And the answer is exactly hidden in the replay part. That means you don't need to listen to the whole listening, but you could still find the correct answer. I will show you an example in a minute. So the first tip is to listen carefully to the part repeated in the question. Then think about why the speaker says this or why TOEFL decides or asks you this question. Get ready with a pen and a piece of paper for note-taking. We will listen to a function question of a lecture on Test Glider together and see if you could find the correct answer without listening to the whole passage.
The work that the capitalists required of the laborers exceeded the individual's labor power. Let me give you an example here. The capitalists were basically paying $5 a day for $12 worth of work and simply extracting surplus value.
Why does the professor say this?
Let me give you an example here.
So the question is, why does the professor say, let me give you an example here? A. He thinks his lecture is factual. According to the replay audio, he's talking about some economic theories. It's not factual, so A is wrong. B. He wants correct aforementioned statement. Did you hear he said something like, I was wrong, or let me correct myself? No, right? So B is wrong. C. He realizes additional explanation is required. He explains some boring and hard theories. Then he gives an example to make it easier for his students to understand. This is additional explanation. If it's easy, he doesn't need to give additional example. So C is right. D. He wants confirm students' understanding. He doesn't ask the students if they understand, so D is wrong. C. We didn't listen to the whole passage, but we are still able to get the correct answer. Remember to take notes when you listen to the audio the first time. If you still are not sure about the answer, go back to the location where the replay audio showed up. This will help you make an educated guess. We will listen to another conversation audio on Test Glider now. I will show you another way to get the correct answer.
Please, I have a lot of work to do and I need to stay here for at least a couple hours. Are you telling me to walk down all the way to the humanities building every time I need a sip of water?
I think I have made my point quite clear to you.
What does the woman imply when she says this?
I think I have made my point quite clear to you.
The question is, what does the woman imply when she says, I think I have made my point quite clear to you? Make my point quite clear means she already says her point and she won't change her point. A. She wants the man leave library. The man says he will stay in the library for a few hours and she doesn't ask him to leave, so A is wrong. B. She thinks policies are irrational. No, the listening doesn't mention this, so B is wrong. C. She understands the man's complaint. No, the listening doesn't mention this either, so C is wrong. D. She won't change her decision. This is exactly like make my point quite clear, so D is right. If the replayed audio doesn't mention, those answers must be wrong. Again, you don't need to understand the whole listening for function questions. What you need to do is to focus on the replay audio. Taking notes during listening is also helpful since you will have more information to figure out why the speaker says this. Hope you like this video. Please share and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button. Thank you for watching. See ya!